This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Hey, stick around to the end of this video to find out how to get a free 30-day supply of Human Superbeat Heart Chews, which is today's sponsor, and 15% off of your first order of all of their bundles. Going to getsuperbeats.com/Dollemore and using code Dollemore. Let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yesterday, the House Oversight Select Subcommittee into COVID vaccine safety or some pandemic-related, they had the FDA there. They were answering questions because Republicans are anti-science and they're anti-vaccine and they're vaccine. They themselves are not. The vast majority of these people did get the vaccine and then sowed doubt in the hearts of Americans. One of these people testified that, I want to get the number right here. One of the FDA experts testified that COVID vaccines have saved at least 3.2 million lives in America, just in the United States, and nearly 15 million worldwide. Vaccines work. I mean, we don't have polio anymore of any level to speak of because of vaccines. We live resoundingly more healthy lives than our ancestors did because of vaccines. I've had COVID one time that I know of because of the vaccines. And when I had it, it was pretty mild because of vaccines. And you have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and others, Robert Kennedy Jr., a bunch of other idiots who are alternative medicine, anti-science ding-dongs, who, in the case of Marjorie Taylor Greene, kind of blend in their conspiracy and their racism and their anti-Semitism with their skepticism about science and medicine. And none of it really makes any sense, especially for these Republicans who are diehard worshipers of Donald Trump, because he, if you listen to him, spearheaded the movement. He talks about it less now because it's not popular with Republicans, but he spearheaded getting the vaccine done in a quick amount of time, removing certain barriers, but all of it ended up, they went through the proper channels and the efficacy was proven through study after study after study. It's safe. But here is Marjorie Taylor Greene, very brief clip from Marjorie Taylor Greene explaining why she's not qualified, not only to not sit on this committee, but to opine about science and medicine and vaccines.
And I'm not a doctor, but I have a PhD in recognizing bullshit when I hear it. I'd like to point out to everyone that we knew early on, as a matter of fact, everyone knew early on, that the people that were at risk of hospitalization and dying of COVID were those that were obese, had diabetes, were over the age of 65.
Among other groups. And the vaccine helped those groups as well, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't need to tell us, America, or the world for that matter, that you don't have a PhD. We get it. We are all actually shocked that you have a high school diploma. We are all actually shocked that you made it out of elementary school with your intellect, with your logic and reasoning skills. You've gotten this far based on stalking school shooting survivors and harassing members of Congress before you were there, trafficking in dangerous conspiracy theories about the Jews having lasers in space that they fire on California to cause forest fires in some grand Jewish conspiracy. You're a racist and an anti-Semite. You're not a smart person. We know you don't have a PhD, sister. You don't need me, though. I mean, it's great that you have me. I'm happy that I'm here. But another congressman, Robert Garcia, took to the dais and started highlighting, after having apologized to the witnesses that they had to endure Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he started to highlight a lot of the nuttery, jackassery, and idiocy that comes out of her in committee as a sitting congresswoman. Watch this.
Countless posts has spread misinformation, encouraged parents to refuse routine vaccinations for their children, which you just heard, by the way, and even compared our pandemic efforts responses to the Holocaust. I want to just actually read something which is in the public record. I'm not saying anything that's not in the public record. The that a member of this committee actually said, the same person that is actually attacking vaccines, said that vaccinated employees get a vaccination logo, just like the Nazis forced Jewish people to wear a gold star. I want to read that again. Vaccinated employees get a vaccination logo, just like the Nazis forced Jewish people to wear a gold star. That is the level of insanity and attacks that we are having here as we actually debate the lives saved around vaccinations. Now, this same member has also held shadow public hearings promoting ideas that COVID is a bioweapon to target people of specific races and that vaccines, and I quote, cause turbo cancers. I want to read you this quote, and it's again in the public record at a hearing. Have the COVID vaccines resulted in an increase in cancers, and are turbo cancers real? Now, Mr. Chairman, this is, in my opinion, just insanity. We know that's not the case. Dr. Marks, can you clarify once again for the American people, do the COVID vaccines cause turbo cancers?
I'm a oncologist that's board certified. I don't know what a turbo cancer is. It was a term that was used first in a paper in mouse experiments describing an inflammatory response. We have not detected any increase in cancers with the COVID-19 vaccines.
Thank you. And I thank you for correcting the record.
May I just add something here? I do need to apologize to the 1,000 or so parents of children who are under 4 years of age who have died of COVID-19 who were unvaccinated because there were deaths and are continuing to be deaths in children, and that is the reason why they need to get vaccinated. Thank you.
And I agree with you.
No need to apologize for Marjorie Taylor Greene, sir. It is unfortunate, though, that children did die. Humans have died. Adults. A wide span, a wide swath that cut through both political parties and ages and health states because of misinformation from people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, what Robert Garcia did here was fantastic. I love that C-SPAN is cutting for her reaction in the moment. She's unhappy. But you see, she's not embarrassed because this is what she's there for. To run interference for conspiracy theorists. She's not a PhD. She can't spot bullshit when she sees it. Otherwise, she would know the lies and the misinformation that she is spreading. She's a dangerous demagogue who is now on a fast track to try to convince Donald Trump to make her the vice president of the United States, or at least a candidate on the ticket with him. This is the state of the Republican Party now. This is it. This is what we have for the foreseeable future until they just crash and burn, until they flame out and are but a distant memory. That's decades away, I believe. What do you think, though? I'd love to know. You can call. Leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram and Threads and TikTok and Facebook and all of them. I'd love to see you there. And stick around for a very brief word from today's sponsor, Humans Super Beat Heart Chews. You know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? There's some truth to that, as you know, it's often tough to incorporate new elements into your daily regimen. But it is not at all impossible. Bite-sized additions to your routine are an easy way to effect very real change. Even old Yeller here has managed a novel feat in 2024. To further my goals of better health, I've started taking Humans Super Beats Heart Chews. Small but mighty, these heart chews are a simple and effective way to support heart health and blood flow. Turn a new health trick with Super Beats. Get a free 30-day supply of Super Beats Heart Chews and 15% off of your first order by going to getsuperbeats.com and using promo code Dollemore. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beats are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. Human Super Beats are the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for cardiovascular health support. They are also trusted by collegiate athletes and pro sports teams. And they're a plant-based and stimulant-free way for you to realize your potential. I take 2 in the morning and feel like a young pup all day in the studio. Take them whenever you like, though, with or without your food, and see how great they make you feel. Make simple and effective health changes this year with SuperBeets. Get a free 30-day supply of SuperBeets Heart Chews and 15% off of your first order by going to getsuperbeets.com and using my promo code Dollemore. That's getsuperbeets.com and use promo code Dollemore. Us elders can learn new and healthy ways with SuperBeets Heart Chews.